Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this lovely day? My name is Kay, and this is my Cave of Possibilities. I have knitting supplies in a bookshelf over here, cross-stitch supplies in more bookshelves just off-screen over here, sewing supplies in the bookshelf behind me, and I'm still decorated for festive season, complete with all the wrapping paper and bows and such that one might need to wrap a present. Come on down. Today we're going to have another entry in our Finished Object Spotlight series, and today's spotlight is the Snark-o-meter. This is a pattern from Casapinka or by Sharon and Security, depending upon who you're willing to believe. This was the mystery knit from 2021, and it was, as I said, it was a mystery, and you just kind of didn't know what you were getting as you knit along. It was really a lot of fun, had a lot of variety of techniques and stitch patterns, little stripes, little waves. I did enjoy knitting it. Now, it's confession time. This is not my first Snark-o-meter. This is my second one. In fact, my first one, I got through clue 4. I didn't like my colors at all, and so I ripped it all back and put it away and thought about things for a little bit. I think the problem with my original is it had a pink in it that just was not playing nice with the other colors. It was too intense. The balance was off. So when I pulled everything out, I kept the 3 colors that I had originally chosen and thought about what I really wanted to do with the others. The other thing about this project is I used a lot of scraps. A lot of them. I can't yet, so it's a mix between scraps from Candy Shoppe Yarns that I used in a different shawl. There is some Miss Babs Yummy 2-ply. As you all know, that is one of my favorite yarn bases. Is it mostly Yummy 2-ply? Looks like, according to my notes, I used primarily Yummy 2-ply with just a little bit of the Candy Shoppe Yarns thrown in for good measure. Primarily, we have a sparkle base, and this is Chill Pill. This very blush white purpley gray. This is the Candy Shoppe Yarns, and it is called Lavender Lemonade. The variegated purple that you see here, not this dark one, but the variegated one, this is, Purple Joy? I might be telling lies. No, I'm right. This, the variegated right here, is Purple Joy, and it is one of my favorite colors from Miss Babs. And then we'll go find the turquoise, the variegated turquoise. That is Go West, another Miss Babs. And then down here it shows out the best the difference between the Lavender Lemonade, which is this purpley bit, and this whiter one is White Peppercorn. And then somewhere is Caterpillar. Here we are. This purple is Caterpillar. Another one of my most favorite colors from Miss Babs. Also, this one is Caterpillar. So I just took my scraps, I mixed and I matched them however I felt like, trying to maintain a good balance. By the time that I actually knit the entire shawl, the entire pattern had been released, so I could read through it and see what colors A, B, C, D that Casapinka had labeled the colors were coming up. And if I thought that I wanted to use, like if I was using D in the current section and the next section called for D again, I could think about it, look at what the pattern was doing, look at other people's projects, decide if I wanted to maintain the, the next section of D or if I wanted to change it up, exactly how I wanted to do that. I think this came out really, really quite well. I like to say that I colored outside the lines with it, because I do remember that this section right here was supposed to be a background color, and that would have been either the white peppercorn color that I have here or the lavender lemonade, the really soft purple. Instead I used Caterpillar, and one of the other stitchers in the Mystery Stitch Along had added these little white lines between each lace section, and I really like that, so I copied her and added the little white lines between. What else did I do that was just kind of off? I don't remember. It was a very fun knit. I enjoyed it very much. I liked all the different stitch patterns, yarn overs, fake baubles, little flowers, some center double decreases. Anyway, down here near the end I added just a couple more repeats to it. I believe this was supposed to be a different color, and it was not a rib. Did I do the one by run rib? Yeah, anyway, a one by rub rib. It was called to be something different. So I did one by run rib. This was a change. I added this little section based on the previous section using Go West for the things. And then I improvised / added this little section in here. Those are not called for in the pattern either. This was a fun one. I really enjoyed it. And the colors, of course, are totally me and totally perky, and they just make me smile. This one I cast on in April 2nd of 2022, and I finished it on May 7th of 2022. And it's one of my favorites, like I say, for all my children. How can one not be one of your favorites? I'm looking through my notes on Ravelry just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Anyway, I have excellent notes for this project on Ravelry if you want to look it up, notating how I decided which color would go where, what order I wanted to do them in, any changes that I may have made to the stitch pattern. Like all of my big wraps and shawls, I primarily just wear it like a scarf or a bandana, just right around my neck. All nice and warm in the winter time. Plenty of color, cheers me up. Plenty to warm up, tuck my nose in when I'm walking out to the car after work and it's just ridiculously cold, because that happens. Anyway, this was a fun one. I recommend it. It's an adventurous beginner pattern. There wasn't anything in here that was really, really hard to do. The thing that I saw tripping up most knitters was either they read or skimmed the pattern way too fast and didn't really take into account what they were being instructed to do. There is one section where you purl 3 stitches together, pull your needle out, but don't pull the stitches off your needle, swing your thing around, knit those 3 stitches together, purl, pull your thing out, leave your stitches on your needle, and then purl them together one more time before you take these 3 stitches off. That makes a very simple, cute little bauble flower thing. It's not a true bauble. It doesn't have a lot of pop, like a bauble stands up off of your knitting. Makes it more like a cute little flower. It gathers those 3 stitches together, and anyway, it's cute. So some people, you had to read really, really close, and if you just skimmed over it, you would just see it as a purl 3 together, knit 3 together, and you'd miss the last purl 3 together, which would give your, you'd end up decreasing 1 per every little cluster stitch that you made. So you had to pay attention, but it's not hard. Anyway, I enjoyed this pattern ever so much. I might knit it again. I might use more scraps. Heaven knows, I have plenty of scraps. This was an excellent pattern to use up for many of my scraps. I finished off a couple bits of white peppercorn that I had used in previous shawls. I finished up my lavender lemonade. That one is now all gone. And I finished up the last little bits of caterpillar that I had. So now that's all gone. So this was a great one. I managed to get rid of more yarn than I brought coming in. But I think that's an avalanche. Just I haven't maintained more out than more in many, many years. And I need to do that. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely day and the world is treating you right. One step forward, one step up. Kindness costs you nothing. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye.